Hi folks, Dave, the Honest Audiophile, and here are some honest audiophile impressions of some random headphones in the office that I just need to talk about. First one is the Ultrasone Edition 8. I want to thank Ryan for sending these in for review, and the Edition 8 is a portable on-ear headphone. I think it's on-ear, but they might classify as over-ear, but it is on-ear for me. And they don't fit my ears very well. I can feel my ear touching the backside of the pads, and they're just not super comfortable. They're nice and light. They clamp well. They're not going to move around on your head, but for me, they're putting pressure on the backside of my ear there, and that just doesn't fit into my cup. So they're a little bit too small for me. But wow, do they sound good. The Edition 8s are a very nice, laid-back, warm, fun type of sound. And the bass is nice and authoritative. It has good details and clarity to it. And it does a nice job of being controlled and being engaging and energetic. It's a very nicely well done bass. And then the mids have good clarity to them, good tone and timbre. And everything just sounds natural and correct, and it has a nice fullness and good body weight to it. And then the treble is nice and sparkly and energetic without being over the top or being not enough and being dull and boring. They do a good job of controlling the treble. And then the soundstage has good width for a close back with nice imaging and good depth and layering, and you can really diagnose the stage. It's a very well done headphone sonically, and I really do enjoy the sound of it. Unfortunately, the comfort's not there for me. And then the other thing, the price of these is a little high, especially for a closed back portable headphone, but I do like them. And if you have ears that'll fit inside those, or you don't mind a little cramped cup and you like the look of these, you do have to have a cleaning cloth around though. These things are fingerprint magnets, and they are very attractive. Ryan did have them modded for having attached or detached cables. Apparently the stock ones come with attached cables. So the Ultrasone Edition 8s, I like them as for sound. I'm not completely happy with the comfort of them. Thank you, Ryan, for sending those in. Another Ultrasone that I've had in the office for quite a while is the Ultrasone Performance 860. And this one fits my ears just fine. The other thing that it does really well is it isolates outside noises. This thing is crazy good at blocking out noises around you, and I really do enjoy that. It does have a detached cable, but it's got this problem. It rattles like nobody's business. On the inside here, you can see the different driver setup that it has, and it does have S-Logic technology in it. And I find that with that S-Logic, you do have to get it positioned just right on your head, or else the treble is just going to eat you alive. It's just going to shred your ears like a cheese grater. So you do have to wiggle it around a little bit to get it in the right spot. And even then, it's still a little hot. The treble is tipped on these, and it is a little bit on the aggressive side. Mids are okay. They're a little bit tinny at times. And then the bass is plentiful. You get nice bass with it, and you have a good clarity within the bass and very good details. So music-wise, I'm a little with the 860. I like it on some songs, and others I absolutely am like, ooh, no, skip. But what I really enjoy the 860s with is for gaming, movies, watching TV, things like that. It does an exceptional job, and that's because of the soundstage and the way that it does. It has very good spatial presence and very good imaging with depth and layering. These things are fantastic if you play a lot of games. They're super comfy, and they isolate well, and then that soundstage is just exceptional for gaming. I really enjoy these for gaming, and that's what I mostly use the H64. Another headphone that I have in the office that I would like to kind of just mention to you guys in passing is a headphone that's been around for a long time, and that's the AKG K612 Pro. The K612 Pro is built like a lot of its siblings. It's got the little wire setup with the very stiff leather, plops on your head, just kind of clamps in place, are extremely comfortable, very light, and unfortunately they do have an attached cable, so if you're a good modder you could probably put a detached cable on there. But they have these really nice soft plush pads, everything just disappears. These things are lighter than light, and they're open. And the nice thing about the K612 is it has a very wide soundstage, and it does a good job with just being spacious. And then it has a good amount of depth and layering to it. It's not the best at the depth and layering, but it does a very good job at providing you an accurate soundstage. And then it is a very neutral sounding headphone. It's a borderline cold neutral. And so there's not a whole lot of life to it. It is a very kind of clinical type of sound. And the treble can be a little bit on the piercing side at times. So if you are sensitive to treble, you may want to shy away from the K612s. Mids are very nicely done. They're very cohesive and balanced, and they have good body to them. And then the bass is nice and plump in the mid-bass region without being excessive or bloated. And then the sub bass, it extends down, but it's very subtle. It doesn't have a whole lot of impact down there. So overall, it's a very good sounding headphone for like a neutral-ish, coldish sound. So if you're looking for an introduction into a neutral reference type of open back headphone, the AKG K612 Pro is something to consider and take a look at for an introduction into that type of sound. And then lastly, I want to discuss real quick the Sennheiser HD580 Precision, and this is the Black Silk Edition. Now I have updated it with a new Sennheiser headband, and also I replaced it with new Sennheiser pads. And the 580 is the precursor to the 600. And you can hear a lot of similarities, but there's a couple differences. One, the 580 has a lot warmer and thicker bass, and it actually has more impact in the bass. And then the treble is a little more airy and extended. And the mids are not as forward and as full as they are in the 600. So the differences are slight, but they are noticeable. And I actually prefer the 600 over the 580. Even though the 580 has a little bit wider soundstage and does a little bit more in the bass and in the treble regions, I find that the 600 is actually more detailed and better resolving, and also that the 600 has the better tone and timbre. Not that the 580 is bad in any of those areas, it's just that the 600 is a little bit more refined in those areas. And so I really do enjoy the 580, and it's definitely a look at how things have transitioned over a couple of years from the 580 to the 600, and you can definitely hear the similarities. So those are some headphones that I haven't really had time to do full reviews on, and I probably won't do a full review on just because some of them have to be returned to lenders, and then others either they're discontinued, not available anymore, or maybe I just don't feel like there'd be a whole lot of interest from the community, and I honestly just don't have the time to do it. So anyways, I wanted to give some impressions of those headphones and let you all know that, hey, yes, I have heard them. And if you have any questions regarding them, I'll try to answer it as best as I can to my abilities and compare it to other headphones based on my experiences. It's been Dave, the Honest Audiophile. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video. But wait, before you leave, I just want to let you know that there is a rankings tier list. There'll be a link down below in the description, and it is a manufacturer, model, and then a ranking grade spreadsheet that you can access. And there's both headphones and IEMs on there. So there is a tier list from the Honest Audiophile that you can access now. So check out the description down below. Also check out links down below for any of these products where you can purchase them, if I can find those links, and also for information regarding how you can contact the channel, support the channel, music playlists, all kinds of good stuff. Check out the links down below. It's been Dave, the Honest Audiophile. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.